Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm going to try one of those Starburst wipes that I did the other day because I just enjoyed the process so much and got such stunning results. And it was with the Montmartre pre-made pouring paints. I have a lovely selection of them here that was sent to me by my online supplier. So if you're in Australia, the online supplier is in the drop down box. So I've had all these lovely colours to experiment with the last couple of weeks. So I'm going to do one of those starbursts that I did the other day that looked like, oh yeah, stars and fireworks, but I'm going to add in some of the metallics. It's all right, my head, I am definitely getting better than I was through being unwell, but yeah, still some things I just can't think what I'm saying. I think it's just when you're unwell, your body sort of shuts down a bit. But what I'm trying to get with this particular pour is like the look of champagne cells on it. So I'm sort of doing the colours that I would like, champagne colours, with the also with the metallics in. So I'm just hoping that I've got enough paint here. I suppose I can make some more up. What happened with the pour I did before, I didn't add anything at all to that pre-made pouring paint. Now this paint has sat for a couple of days and just in these cups, so it had thickened a little bit. So what I did is I would have added some of the Montmartre pouring medium, but I haven't got any left, so I added a little bit of Floetrol to this, and I did add one drop of my Helmar silicone, which I didn't add any of that to the other Starburst pour that I did, but I have done that this time. I just want to see if it does actually make any difference whatsoever, so it'd be interesting. And like I said, I added it because I felt the paint had thickened up after sitting there a couple of days. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see if I can get that same effect, because that was so exciting, like to pour and have such a wonderful effect happen before your eyes. It's what's so wonderful about this style of painting is, what's the saying, life is like a box of chocolates, you never know which one you're going to get. Well, that's when it can be quite true in this kind of acrylic pouring. Okay, so that was, what did I use there? I used a peach, and I actually darkened the peach again with a little bit of orange. So I've got a lot of peach original, and then I darkened it with a little bit of orange. So those are the colours I have in there so far. And this is just white. So like I said, I'm trying to get the effect of a champagne cells, because they were such tiny, delicate cells. I'm thinking, oh, champagne colours would be nice, even nice to embellish it afterwards with a few champagne glasses, or let's just see, or it might turn out more galactic, more like a starry night. So nothing ever seems to turn out exactly how you think, but hopefully you can get close to what you would like. That's pretty good, I reckon. So that was the white. I'm going to go, this is rose gold now. So I'm keeping with the mute colours, because I'm going to do the swipe in the black. I would like to use navy swipe, but I'm not sure if they've got the navy in the dark navy in the pre-made pouring paints. I'll have to go online and see where I get the online stuff. Like I said, I have an online supplier. If you're in Australia and they're in the drop-down box, I find them great because their prices are really fair, competitive to anyone else's, and they really have great service. Otherwise I would not recommend them if they didn't. This one is the metallic bronze, gosh. Yeah, I didn't have a good day yesterday at all. I believe it or not, I actually did not paint yesterday. I got up and felt so crook that I just took my antibiotics that they'd give me and took myself back to bed until the afternoon. And I fought against doing that because I just thought, oh, you don't need to be in bed. Can be, you know, but I just went to bed and I was so glad I did because it seemed to be just what my body needed, that extra bit of rest. You always kind of resist, well I do, think, oh, I can do this and I can put some washing through, and I haven't been shopping for any food or anything. Not that it really, my husband said, oh, I can go and do things like that. So I haven't been out, I haven't done anything, only that I did get up a couple of times and do some painting. But yeah, but today thankfully I think the antibiotics have kicked in. My chest doesn't hurt half as much from this chest infection, pleurisy or whatever. This is the gold now, and I absolutely love their gold. It's I mean, great for people that you know, haven't got the time or the inclination to mix paints, but you know, personally that's part of the process that I actually love because it's like therapy. But because these paints are so different results, I'm just loving the change, so I'm really enjoying them. So yeah, they're all pre-made pouring paints. You don't have to do anything to them at all. In America, they are for sale as well. In America, the Montmartre pre-made, they're online with Amazon because a couple of my US viewers said, yes, we can get them. They're online Amazon. So I'm so happy because they're definitely available in Australia. The UK and Europe, I think you would have to get them off Amazon and probably may cost a little bit, or it usually does cost a fair bit in postal charges, but you can get them. Okay, obviously this is a lot runnier than when I did my swipe the other day with these paints because as I said, I have added a bit of Floetrol to them. So it'd be just interesting to see how different they come out with the Floetrol to, and I just put one drop because there only were small cups of silicone, the Helmar silicone. But yeah, it'd be interesting to see. I mean, it's going to look nothing like it looks at the present time. So just giving it a gentle tilt to cover everything, and it doesn't matter if you don't get all of the sides and edges because you can just finger pop those afterwards. Oh, here we go. My husband's been out since 5 this morning and he arrives home now. For lunch, I suppose. That always will turn up when I'm doing a video. Yes, I have to hush him up. Yeah, he's finished doing, well, he's finished doing the carport, but we have some work to do at the front of the house, so that'll be pretty soon. That's the next stage. Okay, that looks looking pretty good. That's all covered now, nice and even. I'll just give my hands to wash off. Be back with you. And let the magic happen. See, they're pretty muted colours, aren't they, from what I normally would use, but it's going to be interesting because this black just really brought out some awesome things. If you haven't seen the other video to this, look out for it. It's be there on my video selection. So, as I said, I don't like leaving a thick black band on or whatever I swipe with. I'll always like to put colour underneath it. So I'm going to use my trusty old plastic file divider, nice soft plastic, so it can be re-washed and re-washed many times, and this is what I like to use. Could try my Swifty Swipe tool on this, but I think I'll just go with this. Oh my goodness. Can you see it happening before your eyes? The champagne cells, they're just popping up. Look at this. Probably the one that I did the other day that was no Floetrol or no additives at all in it. It was a little bit slower because it was a bit thicker, the paint. But it's interesting to see the difference. But yes, that's I can tell it will look really nice. Ooh, it's pretty exciting. So look at these, even in the thicker, where the paint is thickest at the top, they'll start to pop through. I will add a little bit of heat to this, and then I'm going to go away and leave it, but then I will come back and embellish it with the balloon just to try and get the starbursts in it. So I will use my butane torch. As I've said before, if you're not confident with the butane torch, a big torch, just use the small creme brulee or a heat gun that you can buy from most hardware stores. Oh, there's the stars coming out, look. Wowee. Wowee. What an effect. So cool. It's a bit dark at the top, but that's good. That gives it contrast. I'm not gonna, am I? That's it. I'm not gonna do any more. I'm just gonna let it develop now. I will leave this for a good half an hour before I come back and put some balloon embellishments, but you ought to see these little tiny cells. Now, they're actually, some of the cells have gone funny shape. I can see they're like stars and triangles, and that must be the Floetrol. So just in seeing that at this stage, I would prefer this pre-made pouring paint without any additives, how it comes on its own, because I got such lovely results, such crisp little tiny cells, which are all here, but I'm just noticing some stars and triangles, which is quite odd. But I'll give you a close-up and then we will be back. Definitely looks galactic, doesn't it? Definitely. But it is a nice little one, but we're definitely going to go that next stage and bring it on further. See you soon. Okay, it's been about maybe an hour now that I've left this. I'm just hoping I haven't left it too long. So I'm going to try and do some balloon embellishments. Yeah, it hasn't really, cells have got a little bigger, but not really changed. So be interesting now to see what I can get out of this. I have my little faithful water balloon that seems to be going on and on. This is a little balloon that, well, it's a normal size balloon, but I just put water in it to give it some weight. So we'll see what just pressing that in does. Some very delicate little fireflies. the gold popping through, that's pretty. Well, that's probably still quite wet, look. Thought it would be a lot drier, but anyway, that's fine. It's kind of looking like little fireflies, so it is a nice effect. Fireflies in a night sky. So that's interesting. Do like those on that black. It's trying to bring the colour that's underneath that black through. Because as you know, there's colour under there. Just needs bringing back through. Little bit, little bit. Okay, do I try the bigger balloon? Don't know if this balloon might be too big for it. I'm going to try the bigger balloon in a roll. Wow. Yeah, it's quite a lot of paint on there still. But I just love that you bring like the golds coming through, some of the bronze is coming through, and then it's finding its place back together again. So pretty, pretty, pretty. Sure to add too much to this. Maybe I'll do it. Ooh. Kind of want that to go back in together. It'll find its place. Might leave a bit of this nice champagne cells through there without any embellishment. Kind of looks like a bit, I'm trying to bring it back in, look like angel's wings coming in. When this settles a bit more, dries a bit, I can do some small balloon kisses in there. These definitely look like little fireflies. Gorgeous little, you know, I don't really want to do any more to that. I would prefer to leave it to dry off a little bit more and then come back and just do something with this here. This is another odd shaped one that I've got. That's quite nice. Put a bit of this in here. Lovely. See, coaxing those other colours through, creating like a real whimsical effect in there. It's really nice. I'm not liking this bit, but I know when it's dried off a little bit, I can have a play with that and alter that. It's nice. Oh, it's very, yeah, it's kind of like angel's wings, firefly. It's very whimsical looking. That's quite nice because the metallics in it, and they, you know, they're going to shine through. It's very pretty. Give you a bit of a close-up, but I don't really want to mess with it too much now because I end up going over the top and, oh, look at that. Angel's wings for sure. Give a bit closer. Lovely little fireflies and angel's wings. How whimsical. Fantasy and whimsical. Thanks so much for subscribing. Thanks even more for watching my videos of my art journey. Until next time, I hope that it's given you some tips, tricks and ideas for your next piece. Until next time, see you then. Thank you.